Right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Falling from the sky. One person is dead and another hurt after this plane slams into a pool. How this Illinois homeowner is reacting to the scary crash. All clear in the Metro East. What caused a chemical spill leading to evacuations and stay indoor orders?
Today was the hottest day of the year so far. The heat advisory continues for all areas Sunday, plus a cool down and storm chances.
Well, we're taking a live look right now at a dark Lambert Airport where temperatures reached 105 degrees today, and it was the hottest day so far this year. I don't think you don't know that. Good evening, I'm Monica Adams. Brent Solomon has the night off. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here, and we all felt it. We were talking about how it felt a little bit different this morning. You were talking about the dew point.
Yeah.
Now, I just left to go to dinner. What was the change I just felt?
Okay, so the wind seemed to be southwest most of the day, downsloping a little bit off the Ozark Plateau. It heats up, dries out a little bit, so that dew point dropped to 59. Then as soon as it shifted southeast, it jumped to 72 dew point. That's when you felt that incredibly humid air, and it is with us now. So it's going to stay with us. 105 today, hottest so far, July 23rd. There you go. And then today was the 6th day of 100 or higher in this year. Now, June 13th, it was 100, July 5th, 101, the 16th, 103, and that was the hottest until today. And then the 20th, 100, 21st, 101. So right now in St. Louis, look at this temperature at 91 degrees. More of a south wind instead of southeast now at about 14 miles an hour. It's going to stay breezy throughout the night. And that dew point, there it is, almost 70. So you're feeling that humidity more when it gets up close to 70 or in the low 70s, which it likely will during the overnight hours. Humidity at 47%, and it's sticky, it's humid, it's hazy, and you want to stay cool throughout the night tonight and also tomorrow. We have another dangerous day of heat with high temperatures about 100, maybe 101. You can see storms up to the north of us. The jet stream and a cold front is up there, and it will bring us some relief. But so storm activity's close, but we're still expecting to stay dry tonight and most of tomorrow. That heat advisory ends at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. But I'll time out that rain chance, thunderstorm chances. We could see some good rain, Monica, coming up this week.
Oh, the grass wants that. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
We want to help keep you cool during this excessive heat wave. For the latest forecast, signs of heat stroke, and the best ways to cool your home, text the word HEAT to 314-425-5355.
I'm in shock right now. I'm just glad that my kids weren't swimming, or didn't have family over out here barbecuing on a Saturday.
A scary situation earlier today as a small plane crashed into a pool in Centralia, Illinois. There were 2 people inside the plane. One died and the other airlifted to a St. Louis hospital. Now, 5 on your side, Elise Shonak joins us in the studio with what we know so far. This is a really ridiculously scary situation where that plane crashed. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Monica, you'd think on a really warm summer weekend like today, anyone would be out in their pool trying to stay cool. Well, Brad Hutchinson said for whatever reason, he and his family were not in their pool or their home today. And he says thankful doesn't come close to describing the feeling that they weren't.
It was dead silent and then a big boom.
That big boom was a Saturday morning Brian Hutchison would never forget.
Looked over, seen a plane sitting in my swimming pool.
A small plane was just 1 mile from its landing at the Centralia Municipal Airport when it took a turn for the worst. After hearing the crash, Hutchison sprung into action and called 911.
They just kind of asked what was going on, and I just pointed them in his direction, and they went to work instantly.
The fire department says the passenger died and the pilot was airlifted to a hospital in St. Louis.
I still can't believe it. I'm in shock right now. I'm just glad that my kids weren't swimming, or didn't have family over.
And Hutchison was left with too many terrifying thoughts of what ifs throughout the process.
Honestly, I think if everyone, like my wife, would have been home, the hot day, I would have been not working nights. It could have sadly been something different, but thank God for that.
Living just north of the airport, he says it's hard not to fear this happening again.
Now it's in the back of your head, And
it's still not clear what caused that crash just yet. Officials have also not yet released the name of the person who died, and the FAA is still investigating this.
All right, Elise, thank you very much. New tonight, a man taking his dog for a walk collapsed and died. It happened in East Alton around 10:30 this morning. So police say 2 dogs broke free from their owner's leash and started to attack Ronald Jones' dog. Both owners attempted to separate the dogs. That's when Jones collapsed. Now, the woman who was the other owner was bitten multiple times and taken to the hospital. Police say Jones was not physically attacked by the dogs, but are still investigating the cause of death. Well, in St. Louis, a man was shot to death in O'Fallon Park. It happened around 7 o'clock when police found him. Details are limited, but police say he's in his 20s or 30s, and this marks the city's 99th homicide of 2022. Tonight, the all clear has been given to people in East St. Louis after a chemical leak. It came from the Allnex USA plant. Chemicals from a tank overheated and mixed with water. It took emergency officials hours to clean up the chemical. Crews advised people from the 25th to the 29th block of State Street to Bond Avenue to avoid the area and stay inside. The East St. Louis fire chief says his priority is keeping the community safe.
So for precautionary measures, we came out. As you see now, we're spraying water on it to make sure everyone in the community was safe.
No one was injured. There was no other damage to the building. And in a statement, the mayor of East St. Louis said over the next several days, they will be working to review their response to this emergency. He also said they'll develop a plan to nail down how to address, quote, post-event contaminants. Happening right now, drivers can expect some delays in West St. Louis County. Our newsroom was notified that the traffic signals at Clayton and Clarkson Road are out and they're flashing red, and this will continue until Monday when MoDOT workers are back to make repairs. Missouri's Attorney General Eric Schmitt is making his way across the Show Me State to gain support in hopes he'll win a Senate seat. The Republican nominee stopped in St. Charles County today to hold a rally. Some gathered to support Schmitt in hopes of being elected, while others question if he is the best leader to represent Missouri. The skepticism comes after a series of events over the last year, including taking a stance against school districts over masking and critical race theory. Well, 5 on Your Side will be providing full coverage of the Missouri primaries on August 2nd, and it will be live on our 5+ app. You can download it for free on your Roku or Fire TV, and we'll also have expanded results that night on 5 on Your Side at 10. Tomorrow, friends, family, and the community will pay their respects for an Alton woman who died in a tour bus crash while on vacation in Jamaica. Yvonne Campbell, along with her twin sister, daughter, and niece, were involved in the crash earlier this month. Her family will be at Campbell's store, My Just Desserts, for anyone who would like to make a donation. The store opens tomorrow morning at 11, and you can buy a slice of pie. Well, just minutes ago, the grand opening of a street art gallery in the City Foundry wrapped up. Dozens of people got the chance to be connected to a local artist. Vacancy Gallery aims to highlight the hidden pockets of culture and creativity within St. Louis. We caught up with the owner, whose main goal is to unite the community.
St. Louis art as a way to connect St. Louisans, because I think too often St. Louisans find themselves divided and pocketed rather than united, and then call some positive attention to the city.
To celebrate the grand opening, the first 360 people received free artwork.
Contraception controversy. Our Verify team finds out if you can buy an over-the-counter birth control pill.
Hot again Sunday, plus added humidity. I'll tell you how long this stretch of heat will last, plus storm chances, the timing on the rain coming up.
Happy birthday to you. A milestone birthday, the special celebration for this World War II veteran.
We want to invite you to join our Give 75 campaign by giving to any organization that is making a difference in St. Louis. Donate now through our partnership with the St. Louis Community Foundation. More information can be found at ksdk.com/give75, and every gift makes a difference. Right now, the World Health Organization has declared monkeypox a global emergency. According to the CDC, the world has seen more than 16,000 monkeypox cases so far this year. The U.S. alone has recorded more than 2,500 cases since May, and there are likely more unrecorded cases. As of last week, 156,000 doses of the vaccine have been distributed nationwide. Well, tonight we're getting an update about President Joe Biden's COVID symptoms. Earlier today, the president's doctor says he is improving, but is now experiencing a sore throat, loose cough, and body aches. The letter reports the president most likely contracted the BA.5 variant, which is responsible for the majority of current infections across the country. Tonight, Family Dollar is recalling hundreds of over-the-counter products due to improper storage. And this includes a wide range of items, including pain relievers, toothpaste, deodorant, and more. According to the FDA, the recall applied to products stored and shipped on or around May 1st through June 10th. Customers can return affected products without a receipt to stores where they were bought. And tonight, it's a question making its way around the internet. Can you get birth control pills in the U.S. without a prescription? Well, tonight, Ariane Dettel and the National Verify team have the answer.
Since the 1960s, millions of Americans have used hormone-based pills to prevent pregnancy, making daily contraceptive pills one of the most common forms of birth control in the country, according to the CDC. But can you get them over the counter? After the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, an increasing number of people are searching for the answer online, according to Google search data. So let's verify. Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and HRA Pharma. Over-the-counter daily birth control pills are not currently available in the United States. The FDA sets the effectiveness and safety standards for OTC medications and determines if a medicine requires a prescription. Daily hormone-based birth control pills have always required a prescription in the U.S., usually so healthcare providers can screen for conditions that raise the risk of rare but dangerous blood clots. So we can verify, no, an over-the-counter daily birth control pill is not currently available in the U.S. But that could change. On July 11th, pharmaceutical company HRA Pharma submitted an application to the FDA so that Opill, a daily birth control pill with a hormone called progestin, can be offered over the counter. If approved, it would become the first daily birth control pill available in the U.S. without a prescription, bringing the U.S. in line with more than 100 other countries that currently do this. What is available over the counter without a prescription is the morning after emergency contraceptive pill, also known as Plan B. Unlike other birth control pills, Plan B is a single-dose pill meant to be taken after sexual activity. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Dettel.
Well, what would you like for us to verify? Reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, or email verify@kstk.com.
And Monica, temperatures still hovering around 90 in Chesterfield, St. Louis, and Sullivan. And of course, 105 today. Not a record, but dangerous heat. One more day of it, then cooler Monday and a good storm chance. I'll talk about it coming up.
Today, students at the Ferguson-Florissant School District got the chance to learn about math and science. 50 volunteers for Boeing helped expose kids to a STEAM-focused education. They got the opportunity to learn about aerospace, applications of mathematics, and interactive activities.
Lots of toys that have STEM components that get people creative thinking, using creative thinking skills, problem solving, testing things out and then retesting them, and just exploring scientific phenomena and everyday things like coffee filters or batteries.
Now, the first 250 campers walked away with a Boeing gift bag. Happy birthday to you. Today was a very special day for a local veteran. Scotty, a World War II veteran, turned 100 this month. A local of the Mac, a bar in Southampton, Scotty certainly made an impact in the community. So we first say, sir, thank you for your service.
Thank you, yeah.
And 100. We all aspire to get to 100, don't we?
I hope.
Yes.
I can't imagine. That's fantastic.
My mother, I think we'll get there. We all think my mom's going to outlive us. But I mean, to get to 100, sir, that is absolutely incredible. Yes. And I love the fact that they were able to have a celebration for him. I was talking to our producer, Brett, about Southampton area and the Mac, which they were showing there. There was a huge sinkhole that happened yesterday right in front of the Mac, and I'm guessing it's because of the temperatures that we've had. Yeah, you're starting to see that pop up all over the place. So whether it gets too cold in the winter or too hot in the summer, potholes. I mean, massive. There's there's a Southampton Neighborhood Association page. Check that out. Huge hole. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I bet. So be careful of that, and also the dangerous heat that's going to stay with us through one more day, and then I promise a break. But it's a steamy night tonight. 91 degrees right now. Feels like 95.
That dew point is 68. South wind, that's the only great news. A little bit of a breeze all night long. It's not going to go calm tonight. High was 105, and believe it or not, that was not the record. Record 108. 84 for that low. Tonight, 85. Outside of St. Louis in the 70s, but we have the average high in St. Louis 90, 71 for that low temperature. All right, so we'll get below the average high on Monday. So that's how soon that cooler air is coming in here, but still very humid. 90 degrees right now, Chesterfield. Sullivan just dropped to about 89, but most of us way up there. Then you factor in that humidity. The dew point started to climb, so it still feels like 95 in St. Louis. So we finally have cloud cover starting to stream in to northwest Missouri. So clouds on the increase for tomorrow, then shower thunderstorm chances along this front coming our way, especially later in the day and into the evening, and then off and on as we head into next week. But until we get that front through here, and then it's going to hang around here for several days, we're not really going to cool off. So tomorrow is another steamer. So look at all the cloud cover, some shower thunderstorm activity, some severe weather in those red boxes up to the north, and a couple warnings in the orange and yellow polygons there. And then the jet stream taking a dip, flattening this area of high pressure as we head into late tomorrow. So that's how Monday we're going to see this front pass through here. But it's right on top of us by about 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And a chance of some severe weather, maybe some isolated wind gusts over 58 miles an hour from St. Louis. Scattered severe storms just to our north and east in our Illinois counties. And watch this as I walk back to the desk here. Shower thunderstorm activity all the way through this upcoming week, and some dry time in there, but definitely a chance of showers and storms. Here's Tuesday, and as we head into Wednesday, so shower thunderstorm activity off and on. So very hot tomorrow, 101, then 86 Monday, 91 Tuesday, 93 Wednesday, and then we're finally in the 80s by next weekend, and hopefully 1 to 3 inches of rainfall looks pretty likely this week.
All right, the grass, everything needs it.
Yes.
Thanks, Jim. All right, now Ahmad is here with us. Talk about sports.
Yeah, the Cardinals were in Cincinnati, and the offense was on fire tonight for the Cardinals. But much like this season, when there's some good, there's some bad. I'll explain next in sports. We have some good news to report. The MLB's John Denton reported Yadier Molina will fly back to St. Louis tomorrow. Still no word on his return to the lineup. We also have some not so good news. Harrison Bader suffered from some foot soreness after a rehab game last night, so they will evaluate further. The good and bad news carried over to the game tonight versus the Reds. Let's start with the good. Steven Matz made his first start since May 22nd and looks sharp. 7 Ks on the day. More on him later. Goldie entered the game with 999 runs batted in. What does DJ Khaled say? Another one. That's RBI 1000. Meanwhile, Tyler O'Neill has been searching for a swing. He says, hey guys, I found it. Homer number 5 on the season. And before he could even grab a drink of Gatorade, his teammate was going yard. Goldie with homer number 22. But I told you there was some good and bad news today. After striking out 5 batters in a row, Matz went to field a routine grounder, slipped awkwardly, and had to leave the game. He was later diagnosed with a knee sprain. Cards win 6-3, but Skipper, a word on Matz.
Yeah, no real update on him. Felt something in his knee. He's going to get an MRI tomorrow morning, and we'll know more. But, yeah, definitely unfortunate. He did a really nice job, pitched a really good game. Hate to see him go down with that.
We're 7 months out from the start of the St. Louis City SC's inaugural season, but their development team is already shining in the MLS Next Pro League. City 2 defeated North Texas SC last night with future City goalkeeper Roman Berkey in attendance. The development team now sits at second in the league, only trailing Tacoma Defiance by 1 point, and that's the minor league team for the Seattle Sounders. A lot of players on this field will one day play in the MLS, and City 2 coach John Hackworth says it's only going to get harder from here.
You know, there's no rest for the weary. We go across the country and play in Seattle next weekend, and you know, it depends on what they do, but it'll be a battle of probably the top 2 teams in the West, or maybe the whole thing. So you know, it doesn't get easier, but we have a process that we like and feel like we're well prepared and want to keep going.
When it comes to championships on the hardwood at the high school level, look no further than the V, aka Vashon High School. Today, the Wolverines celebrated 50 years of basketball history with their 50th reunion and alumni basketball game. Floyd Irons, a winner of 10 championships, has witnessed his son Tony win 5 titles at Vashon, and he knows the day is coming where he'll pass him up in titles. Floyd said he used to think about that all the time. Now he's just glad he can watch his son leave his own legacy.
It's amazing, and they just don't realize how much this touches me. And I've been trying to keep from breaking down, and it's kind of difficult. And then be able to see all these kids who touched my life. You know, they're telling me how I touched their life, but they don't realize how much they touched my life.
A lot of wins between those two coaches. Now be sure to join us Sunday night at 10:30 for Sports Plus. We're joined by former Cardinal Jim Catt, who will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame this month. And we also dive into the XFL's big announcement taking place tomorrow and what that can mean for the city of St. Louis and if the Battlehawks may return. We all hope so, so all that gear that everyone purchased doesn't go to waste again. So
I look forward to that. I don't look forward to Rennie not going caw-caw.
Or Ryan Henson. Those two are always going at it.
All right, Jim Castillo has a final look at weather for us.
Yeah, so there's definitely a heat advisory till 8 p.m. tomorrow, and good rain chances beginning late tomorrow and off and on through next week.
All right,
Much
we need
cooler
that
too.
rain. Thank you very much. That's all of our time for 5 on Your Side at 10. Saturday Night Live is next. Join us for Today in St. Louis tomorrow starting at 6 a.m.